Hello, it is January 2nd. Happy New Year. I can start off by saying that even though you're going to be watching this much later. But I decided that I want to start doing monthly vlogs. So I think I always had it in my mind that something really dramatic needed to be happening for me to do a vlog. I needed to be taking a trip, or I needed to, be going to an event, or something like really big needed to be happening. But that's not the way it needs to be, because the thing is, like, unless you are a full-time Michaela, Jaclyn Hill level influencer, that's not what life is. Life is all the little stuff in between. So I decided I'm just going to take you along through my month and we'll see what happens. Now, technically, I am going on a trip this month, okay? I am going on a trip next week, but I am going with my mom. So we're going to Disney World. I'm very excited. If you know me at all, you know I absolutely adore Disney. But I have to admit, like, I will be vlogging there a little bit, but I'm not going to include stuff with my mom. This is really just a trip for us. She's my best friend in the whole wide world. So it's just like a little bonding trip. So I'm not going to be showing like a ton of that, but I do have just some good stuff coming up this month that I'm excited about that is not like a huge deal. Like yesterday, I just placed a massive clothing order with a new company, like a new to me company. So I'm curious when I get that in, I'm going to do a try on for you guys. And we'll see how much of it I'm going to keep, because it's either going to be everything or nothing. But yeah, let's just get this month going. And I guess I can start off by saying that, like, I'm going into this year in like, and granted, I know that when it's New Year's, all it is literally, did you guys see what I just did? This is what happens when I vlog. I just spray myself with vitamin C. Is that going to stain my shirt? Probably. I should probably do something to get that off. I'll be right back. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going into this year feeling like a little bit strange, because the thing is, I think that, like, I was thinking about, as we all do, I think like, oh, okay, what are the big things that happened for me in 2023? And I'm not saying nothing big or nothing good happened. I'm not saying that at all. But I think it was the year of just kind of like existing and being present and being alive for me. Like, it wasn't like, I got married, I had babies, I read 9 million books, I got a promotion at work. Like, it wasn't anything super dramatic like that. It was just like, I was here and I led a good life and I loved my friends and I went on a few trips, which I'm very blessed to do, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of thankful for that, because to be honest, like, after 2020, the kind of year that we all had there, and I'm aware that that is now 4 years ago. How did that happen? But like, during that year, like, I feel like we all went through so much that I don't mind that I had a year that was kind of just being and living. But I do have, some goals. Like, again, I'm hesitant to use the word resolutions, but I have some goals for this year. I've already put out a video about my 2024 goals, and I'll go ahead and link that. But I don't know. Even my goals are nothing like really over the top, you know what I mean? The only one that could probably be considered over the top is that I would love to be able to travel internationally once. And that's looking like it might happen. I'm very, like, fingers crossed. I don't want to talk too much about it. I have 2 different chances for that to happen. One could be with my husband and the other one could be with friends. Like, I don't think both would happen. Oh God, look how terrible this looks. But it'd be really cool if one of them happened. So I don't know. I'm going into this year feeling like optimistic, and also feeling kind of, I don't know. I think this year definitely just kind of helped me to reset, again, to say that, like, they don't all have to be these amazing banner years that are unlike anything else, that are unprecedented. Because I think that we already did the unprecedented thing, and we don't need that every single year. Anyway, today is just a regular work day for me. It is my first day back at work. It's going to be a little bit crazy because I just, I'm going to be catching up from the holidays and everyone's finally going to be back. I say in the office. I do work from home in my full-time job, but I am going to be busy with that. So I am not going to be filming a proper makeup video today, but I'm hoping that I can film before work tomorrow, because to be honest, that's when I usually film. I'm filming at like sometime between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. when I film before work, but I don't know. I'm excited for this month to come. Okay, so it's the next day and it is early morning before work, but I decided that like I just wasn't in the mood to really like film a full video today. So for the first time in a long time, I just did my makeup for me, which feels really good because I feel like a lot of times when I'm filming content, I'm like, oh, it has to be filmed, has to be posted. And sometimes I'm like, I just freaking feel like putting on some makeup. But one thing that I decided I did want to do, so I did my declutter series at the end of 2023, and I feel really good doing declutters. Like, I enjoy doing declutters. I enjoy when my collection is a bit more curated to the stuff I'm actually going to use. So I really like doing them, but the one that I didn't do was brushes, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, I was torn between like, oh, I don't need to declutter brushes. I use a lot of brushes, and I do use a lot of brushes. But the thing is, I feel like this is getting a little extreme. So I keep all of my brushes in this spinning, it's like a utensil holder from Pampered Chef, like many, many, many years ago. And what I have been doing lately is that when I use a brush, I will put it in this little like Barbie glass that I got so that I know these need to be cleaned. Well, the other day, this got completely full, like so full I couldn't put another brush in. So I cleaned like a ton of brushes, but I still have so many, like they're not all gonna fit in this holder. So I think it's time to do a little declutter. And I'm just gonna kind of whip through it real quick. I am gonna keep all of these brushes for now, just because like, I think there's like 8 brushes in here, and I'm not gonna be going over every single brush. I just feel like doing a declutter and thought you might like to join me. So let's do it. Okay, so the way I've broken this out is like, I wanted to do sections of like the same kind of brush. So, you know, for example, these are all like just blending brushes. I don't need like 2 very full handfuls. Like, I do use these a lot. I use them in every single look, and I will sometimes use 2 a look, but I don't need that many. This is so difficult for me. It really, really is, because like, I really love brushes. I really love brushes. I don't need to get rid of any, but I want to at least get rid of a few. So I'm going to put the ones I want to get rid of in here. Hopefully I can power through some. Okay, I got rid of a good handful of brushes so far. Now I'm going to kind of, maybe I'll wait to reorganize them. It's time to do these face brushes. Like, this MAC brush is so damn old, and it's just time. It breaks my heart. But a bunch of these, I hope I can let go some of these. I got rid of 33 brushes. I think that's pretty good. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but 33 is not bad. I have so many brushes though, but still, I'm happy with 33. Good morning. We are back at my skincare spot because I'm just letting it soak in. So the past few days, I actually haven't vlogged because things took a turn for the crazy. I got a migraine that lasted for 3 days. And when I say a migraine, I mean like couldn't function kind of migraine. Now, I consider myself lucky in that I do not often get migraines. Like I've had a few in my life, but I just haven't had them like for days in a row like that. And it was debilitating. Like it was so bad. So eventually I went to urgent care just because I was like, you know what? I'm taking my trip soon. And I really just want to be sure that this isn't like a sinus infection or COVID or something like that. So I got tested for COVID and the flu, both came back negative, and she said she didn't even think it was a sinus infection and just gave me headache medicine, but said you could also try a decongestant. So the next day I tried a decongestant and it kind of worked. It made me so jittery though, because I don't ever take like decongestants or anything like that. So the last few days have just been like kind of nutso, where I just haven't felt myself physically at all. And it was very, very uncomfortable, like very, very uncomfortable, whether I was jittery or whatever it was. And then, so I was supposed to leave on Tuesday for my trip with my mom to go to Disney. We're going to Disney World, right? Then I started seeing these weather forecasts coming in that not only was it going to, first I was nervous because it was going to be just windy, right? Not just windy here in Baltimore, but windy in Orlando. And I don't like flying as it is. So that made me anxious, but I was like, you know what? I gotta do what I gotta do. But then I started seeing warnings of wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, flood warnings, heavy thunderstorms. Like they're predicting this to be a massive storm along like the whole East Coast from Baltimore all the way down to Florida. And I was just like, what if we flew out a day early? So I went into rapid fire, let's be honest here, panic mode and switched our flight. I booked us a different hotel and we are going in a day early. This does not seem like a big deal to people who do not have any kind of travel anxiety, but as somebody who has travel anxiety, it did make me feel better knowing that I was not going to be traveling during a storm at all because, you know, I don't want the trip to be canceled, but I also don't want to be flying during a heavy storm. So that made me feel better, but that means that instead of leaving tomorrow, I'm leaving today. So I'm really excited for the trip, but I have to admit my anxiety is really high. I don't know how much I've talked about this before, but I do have anxiety and depression, and they've been mostly at bay. I don't know that I can say why they've been at bay, but they have, and I felt like pretty good for a while, and then all of a sudden it just kind of came out of nowhere and it's like hitting me again. And I don't know, it's been a rough like week and a half, 2 weeks, I'd say, because I was doing like really, really well before that, but I don't know, I feel definitely anxious today, but nowhere near like I have the past few days, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm just excited to get there. I know myself. And once we land and land safely in Orlando, I'm going to feel fantastic. So as of right now, my plans, and I think I mentioned this, but I'm not going to be vlogging intensely in Disney. I'm going to probably show some clips for sure. But this is a trip for my mom and I, you know what I mean? This isn't an influencer trip. This is just me and my mom. So I'm making this, you know, just something special for the both of us. But I'll definitely be showing part of my trip. But today we are staying in a hotel that is sort of close to Disney Springs. So we might eat there for dinner. I don't know. It depends because we're arriving a little bit late. And then we are going tomorrow to Magic Kingdom. The weather is supposed to be abysmal. Like it's supposed to be like 40 to 50 mile an hour winds up until like 3 p.m. when it's going to thunderstorm the rest of the day. So we'll see what that day brings. And then on Wednesday, we go to Epcot, and Thursday we go to Animal Kingdom. And I'm so excited for it. Like, I'm excited to go with my mom. We travel really, really well together. Like, you know how you have those people that you're just cool traveling together. You go at a similar speed and you're on a similar vibe. Like my mom and I, we both wake up quite early, and we're fine with that. Like we wake up and we're like, let's go, you know? So we're gonna wake up, probably have some, like a very light breakfast at the hotel. We're getting to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I just stayed at in September with some of my girlfriends, and we have a Savannah view room. So I'm hoping we get to see giraffes and zebras and all the good things. I'm very excited about it. And I know, again, once I land safely in Orlando, I'm gonna feel so much better and the excitement will really kick in, because I am excited But right now it's almost like anxiety is the top feeling and excitement is like right below it. Also, something a bit weird. I don't know if I mentioned this, but in this video, there is going to be a try-on haul because I placed a rather large order for me on a clothing website called Disturbia. And I just basically, I want to feel a little cuter this year. I think I talked to you saying that one of my goals was to dress sluttier. And what that basically means is just like embrace this body and embrace this age and embrace all of it in that, like, just it's time. Like, wear some cuter clothes because I love my vintage rock tees, but I've been living in just like crappy t-shirts and sweatpants, if I'm being honest, and I don't want that to be my thing. I want to feel, I know when I'm dressed nicer and when I have my makeup and hair done, I just feel better overall. So anyway, the package said on Saturday that it was delivered. It was not delivered. We have like a doorbell camera. We have, you know, I checked all around the house. I checked everywhere. It was not delivered. And I was freaking out because, guys, I spent quite a bit of money on this order, like hundreds of dollars, and it's nowhere to be found. So I had to wait 24 hours before I could submit a claim. So I submitted a claim because a lot of people were like, just wait, it'll always arrive the next day. Well, the next day was a Sunday. So I wasn't terribly surprised that it didn't arrive yesterday. But today I got an email from USPS saying like, oh, this package is being delivered today. And it had the tracking number again for the Disturbia package. So I click on it and it still says delivered, but I'm just really, really hoping that it gets delivered today. I really am. I won't be here for it. I'm going to be at the airport by then, but it will make me feel much better if my $300 clothing order has not been lost. I'm just saying. So anyway, it is quite early right now. Well, early-ish. It is 7:53 a.m. and I'm just getting ready. My mom is getting here at 1. We're going to have some lunch and then it's off to the airport. So I hope to see you next when I am in Disney and feeling a little bit more like myself.
Put all your stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me? We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt, though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
So that was a Disney trip in like 45 seconds. So got back from Disney yesterday and I just had an amazing time with my mom. I know I had mentioned that I wasn't really going to be vlogging while I was there, and I'm glad I kind of stuck to that because the thing is I just really wanted to enjoy that time with her. It was very, very special. We did, I think I already mentioned this, but we did Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is my absolute favorite because I love the animals, but also I love the Avatar land, Pandora. It's really beautiful. So, you know, I ate a lot of good food. We walked literally like 10 miles a day. It was like 22,000 steps a day. It was freaking crazy. I can still feel it in my thighs, but it was just such a great time. And then on the last day, I did get to see Allie Dawson. She joined my mom and I for lunch, and we just had such a nice time catching up. Like, it was a very brief visit between the two of us because, again, I wanted this time to be focused on, you know, myself and my mom. But it was so good to see her and get to hug her. I absolutely love her. If you're not already subscribed to Allie, please go subscribe to her. She does like such fantastic makeup reviews, and it's the kind of stuff that makes me like miss old school YouTube. Like, I love just pure love for makeup. You know what I mean? It's where it's not necessarily about the highest level brands or things like that. She reviews like everything. Anyway, she's just fantastic. If you're not already following her, please go and do so. I will link her channel down below. But what I wanted to do today, I'm a little bit nervous about it, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so a while ago, like right after the new year, I think, or maybe right before the new year, I placed an order with Disturbia Clothing. Okay, oh, my hair's looking a little crazy. But what happened is that USPS said my order was delivered, and it definitely was not. There was like no package anywhere around my house. We have a Ring doorbell cam, and it showed no package being dropped off, and I was panicking because, guys, I spent a good amount of money on this order, okay? I spent over $300. I'm gonna be blunt. I spent over $300. Now, the value was way higher than that because they had a sale, but still, I spent a lot of money, and I'm taking a chance on some of these clothes, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I filed a claim with USPS after it didn't show up, and then a very kind neighbor, while I was away, like several doors down, said, hey, this was delivered to my my address instead. By the way, I'm sorry for the light shifting. The sun keeps going behind the clouds, but they said it was delivered to my house instead, and they brought it back to me. And I'm just so thankful. And even when I closed the claim with USPS, they were like, I'm so thankful you have honest neighbors. And I'm like, me too. So it was just, everything worked out. But this package is still sealed. I haven't tried it on yet, okay? What I did is I bought 5 dresses. And I'm a little nervous, but I want to do a try on. And what I have determined for myself is what I'm going to do is I did my hair and makeup, so I feel kind of, you know, good about how I look. I'm going to put on a pair of fishnets and good boots to try all these on with. And when I evaluate each one of these on camera with you, my goal is that I don't want to say anything negative about me, or think negative things about me. That part is gonna be much harder, but I'm not going to say anything. Because the thing is, if the dress looks weird, or if it's like gappy in weird places that tailoring wouldn't fix, that's one thing. But like, I don't wanna look at it and go, I look a certain way in it. You know what I mean? I look fat or something like that. I really am trying very hard to like reset my mind and I don't know, just be in a better place. Just be in a better place. So I got really cute dresses. Let's try them on. I'm very nervous. All right, I'm about to show dress number 1. Here is a picture of what it looks like on the model. Now, keep in mind, all these models are about 6'7" and a size 0. So we're gonna see. For the record, by the way, I am 5'0". I currently weigh about 135, so I run about between a size, usually about size 6. So I got everything in a size 6. So let's see. Oh, it's cute. It's dark in here, isn't it? Can you see anything? Little slit. This is super soft. It's super soft. I don't know if I'd be able to wear this to the office like I originally thought if I need to, because it's a little high up, but maybe with, I don't know. I don't even know if black tights would help that situation, but I think it's cute. So in the picture, the model had it buttoned up all the way to here. You can see, by the way, it's like fern print. This is really, really soft cotton, by the way. And by the way, I have a mirror behind the camera so you can see it there. Does it have pockets? It does not. The only thing, I don't love this right now, but I think with ironing this could be fixed, is that I don't love how this keeps flipping open where you can see the white underneath, but I think ironing could fix that. Yeah. Tim is sneaking. He's being sneaky. Yeah, like I was really, guys, let me back up even more. I was really nervous about the length of this because again, I am 5 feet tall, but I think this is great. I love this, actually. I love it. Yeah?
Now you know that.
Now I know, because I have another dress that's really similar to this one in like the shape. I don't know, but this is super, super, super comfy. And also when I untie this, just so you know, like this is how big it opens up. So I do think these are oversized. Again, I got a size 6 and I'm 135. Like I think super cute. All right, I'm sorry that you're now seeing a phone tripod. We're gonna make it through this. Trying on a second one. This one is similar in style, similar-ish to the first one. I'm gonna put a picture here of what it looks like on the model, and I haven't seen myself in the mirror yet. Let's see. Oh, big tag. Okay, so it's hard to tell. Hope you can tell up close. Let me see that there is, can you see it at all? It's like a light gray check pattern, and it's got a much wider waist. And also, like, look how stretchy that is. A little weird that it's like gapping right here. That's, I think I wanted this to be like super grungy, and I don't know if I'm feeling like it's a little matronly instead. I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? I'm torn. Like, I like the length of the sleeves. It's really comfy. But again, I don't know if it feels like matronly. What do you think of this one?
It actually, the longer you have it on, the more it sits on me.
Okay.
It's definitely just different because of the wider, like, ties.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the ties there, it wouldn't work at all because that weird gap. Right
Yeah,
there
it wouldn't work
otherwise.
at all, but like, just, I guess I could always put something there. I could put like a snap.
Well, it's 100% actually. It's pretty good, actually.
I don't know, it is really comfy, and I feel like, again, that this, like, the fishnets and big boots help kind of the grunge factor of it. I think the length is great. What do you guys think? Tell me. All right, when I did a poll on my channel, this is the main one that everyone was like, yes, get that one. So again, picture here. I'm hoping it's good because this is a shape that usually works on me, but let's see. Oh, I can feel the collar. Oh yeah, this is super cute. I need to iron it better so that this lays like flatter. Oh, this is a given. Look at this. So we've got cute little moon embroidery. You're just all looking at my boobs now, but cute little moon embroidery with like the little eyes, and it's got a tie waist. So without the tie, again, like I like how these are kind of baggier in the waist because it leaves room for all sizes, for like more sizes. Guys, this one, yep. This is a given. This one is so comfy. It is so cute. I like it. Tim's gonna take a picture. I'm just gonna, yeah, this is a keeper. These are all, by the way, like soft, thin cotton, but they're so soft. Like you cannot see through these at all. There's no pockets. I will say that, no pockets, but guys, this one's so cute. The length is, I could definitely wear this to work. 110%. These last two are the ones I'm most nervous about. So these two are like taking a chance for me. They're a little bit more risque. These are not office wear whatsoever. I'll put a picture of this one right here. I'm a little nervous about this one for a couple reasons. First of all, let's talk about it. I'm gonna look in the mirror now. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So my bra does stick out a little bit here, but I could probably, I don't know if I should even wear a more demi bra with this, but it's real cute. So this one though, I will say is very thin. You cannot see through it again, but the material is so thin on this, but like it's real cute. This, guys, this is how I dressed when I was 19. This is how I dressed when I was like 19, but this is so cute. And like, I feel like if you were to wear, do I have room? Yeah, because look, again, we've got stretch here. If I were to put a shirt under this, like maybe just a regular t-shirt and black tights, I could wear this to work with like a little blazer over top too, even. Because it's definitely long enough in the back. It's definitely, so it's longer in the back than it is in the front. Like you can see on the side there, the scoop. This is real cute. This is real cute. So we have 3 definites and 1 maybe already. This is real cute though. I gotta figure out the bra situation because like, so when it's normal, you can see like my bra there, and I don't care, by the way, I don't give a shit if my bra shows ever. Like I wear straps like purposefully out so you can see them, but this part is just a little weird. And I think again, it's like coming out here a little bit, and I think that just needs to be ironed down, but it's real cute. It's real cute, yay. This is the one that was the biggest risk, okay? This is dress number 5. This is definitely the biggest risk for me. I can already tell before even stepping in front of the camera that I'm going to, if I keep this, if I like it, I'm gonna have to have it altered for sure. This is a picture of that dress. Now, I wanna say that this was the #1 dress that you all told me not to get. Everyone said, don't get this one. But this is the dress that originally made me curious about the brand. So I wanted to at least try it. I'm very nervous about this one, but we'll see. It will definitely have to be tailored, but let's see. Okay, so if it's tailored, it would have to be pulled up here. I don't know how I feel about this. Now, guys, here's the thing. I don't usually show cleavage. This is a lot of cleavage for me. It's a lot of cleavage. And I'm pulling up a good chunk, like an inch here. Now what's nice is it does have a zipper up the side, and it is like it's roomy. It feels good. I don't know. I would have to definitely get it taken up there. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. It's real cute and it's real swingy. I don't know about this one. What do you think? What do you guys think? Now, this would not be worn to the office at all. Yeah, look, it would have to be pinched about that much. But that's like kind of an easy fix, right? Here's a little close-up. I'm like 50-50 about this one. What do we think? Leave your opinions down below. I think it could be cute. Okay, revision. So we bobby pinned up here to show how much. So this is pretty much what it would look like. Now, it's a lot of boob, but if you guys watched my video about my 2024 goals, one of my goals was dress sluttier, right? So, I mean, it's showing a lot of tit. It's showing a lot of tit. So it is a little tiny bit big here too. But again, like, I'm not as worried about that as I was about the height of the sleeves. So this would definitely fit better. I don't know what I think. I don't know what I think. I think it could be cute. I think it's cute. It's a lot of boob. But it is cute, no pockets. I wish these had pockets, but there we go. Hello, it has been a weird few days. So this week we got 2 batches of snow, as I showed you guys, and it was ice, and honestly I was in the house a lot, like didn't do a whole lot of stuff in general. You know, I was, again, just inside all the time, and it drove me a little bit crazy. I'm somebody who gets a little like claustrophobic and things like that, and I know people love snow and it's so pretty. It is such a pretty snow, but it definitely makes me like I'm the type of person, I would be fine if I never saw snow again. I would love to move somewhere warmer someday, not yet, because I'm an East Coast girly. I love Baltimore, I love this area, so not yet, but someday for sure. Today we are actually going out and doing something I've never done before. That's a lie. I did this in high school when I had to for a grade, but we are taking a cooking class, my husband and I. So the cooking class we chose, and we chose this in like November. We were supposed to do it, I think, in November, and it got canceled because there wasn't enough people signed up. So they postponed it until January. But we are taking a class, I think it's called Breads, Buns, and Bagels. So basically carbs, carbs, and carbs, which, you know, is like my love language. Oh wait, what's the cool kid heart now? Is it this? That is so dumb. It's so dumb. I feel so old saying this, but this actually like physically hurts my hands to do. This doesn't hurt anybody's hands. Like, can't we just stick to that? But no, we gotta boo, boo, boo. But anyway, we are gonna take the carb class today. So I'll see if I can show you some of it. But there's something else I really do need to show you guys right now. Why are you so handsome? Why are you so handsome? Y'all, I hope you will be gentle on me for my first month of vlogging. I am powering through. So what is today even? Today is January 26th. And I want to talk first about the class we took. It was amazing. It was so amazing, and it was so much fun to learn how to make those things. And to be honest, like, I don't know, it's like baking bread is something I never even decided to try because I just assumed it was really hard. It's really not that hard. So I have a feeling we're definitely gonna be making bagels again, and we will definitely be making focaccia. I don't know if we're gonna try brioche again. That was really difficult, and it didn't taste right. Like, you know how when you get brioche from the store, it's like perfectly soft and pillowy and amazing? This was not. It was okay. It just wasn't that great. So I do want to make focaccia again. Like, I want to make a big focaccia with like smoked garlic and maybe little cherry tomatoes and rosemary and chef's kiss. But tonight I'm actually going to do something a little bit weird. So in Baltimore, we have the Benjamin Banneker Museum and House, and they're holding an event tonight called Full Moon Folklore. So we are apparently taking a short hike. I don't know what short hike means. Okay, I have no idea. So I'm just going in my Doc Martens, if I'm being honest, because they do say the event is for ages 6 and up. So I would imagine they're not taking us on a direct incline, but we're gonna be taking a short hike and then sitting around a campfire and hearing folklore tales from Maryland's past. So I think it could be really fun. I'm just gonna have my phone with me. I don't feel like bringing my big camera with me. So I'm just gonna have my phone. I'll see if I can get some clips here and there, maybe just of what Maryland looks like, maybe of the house, and we can see all that. But I don't know. I'm actually kind of excited because also we are having freak weather today in Baltimore. Today it is 73 degrees right now in January. And guess what? It's snowing on Monday. I don't understand it. 5 days ago, we had almost a foot of snow outside, and now there's no snow and it's 73 degrees and then it's snowing again on Monday. What is life? So the event yesterday that I went to was a lot of fun. It was really weird because the guy took us on a hike through the pitch black woods, and he just had like a little lantern with a candle. And there were several times where he'd be like, oh, okay, let's stop here and see if you can hear any wildlife. I'm like, do I want to hear wildlife right now? I'm in the pitch black woods. I have no defenses. And also, they apparently put little bells, like, you know how you put bells on like a cat's collar? They put them on all of the deer. So every once in a while, you would just hear like right behind your ear, you hear ding-a-ling, and I'm like, very cool. Unfortunately, we had to leave early. I had a friend who had an incident, so I had to just leave early, but it was still a good time. But now I have, of course, my bubble tea, and we are headed to my favorite plant shop in the entire world. It's quite a bit away from my house, but I still absolutely love it, and I'll see if I can show you some. So I wanted to show you guys the plants that I picked up, but the main reason that I picked a lot of these up is because tomorrow I am actually, fingers crossed as long as everything goes okay, I am picking up not one, but 2 greenhouses. So one of my goals for this year was to build my own greenhouse, which a lot of people do out of IKEA cabinets, specifically the Millsbow or the Rostra, I believe is the other one. And there's so many different ways that you can customize them, and you can add grow lights really easily. And I found somebody, Tim found somebody on Facebook Marketplace selling 2 of them for a very reasonable cost. So I was able to get a couple of wish list plants today that just, not actually, you know what, that's a lie. Not all these are wish lists. They're just like, they're real pretty. But one of them is my ultimate wish list plant, like my second ultimate. We'll talk about my first. But the first thing that I got is this beautiful pearls and jade pothos. This is one I've wanted for a long time. This is not a rare plant. You can usually find these in like Lowe's and Home Depot even, but this one is just very healthy. I love this store so much because they're just really, really good about having healthy plants. And look at like the variegation on this. She's so pretty. Oh gosh, and the trailing, I love trailing plants. So I am very excited about her. Then I got, this is gonna be for the greenhouse for sure, this Painted Lady philodendron. Let me see if I can get it to focus on you. And the leaves are just really cool because they've got this red veining, but they've got the variegation in the leaves. But like, I love that. And then the pustules are red, and these are just, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And these are always in such like a good soil mix too. Like the soil mix that you get in a plant from Lowe's or Home Depot is usually just like random potting soil, right? Whereas this, they put the moss in there and they put orchid bark and the things that are going to make these plants healthy. So I don't mind spending more at this store. Also, I do like supporting a local business, but just makes me happy. By the way, I've got something caught in my throat. I'm not crying over a Painted Lady philodendron. And this guy, I was not even expecting him. Look at this. Look at it. This is Dieffenbachia. Is it regulator? Dieffenbachia reflector, excuse me. Look at how cool these leaves are though. Doesn't this look like fake, like AI generated leaves? And they're thick and kind of like hardy leaves, so it feels like they would do well, and it's got some new growth coming in right there. I'm just really excited about this guy. He's so cool. Look at that. Like, that is so incredibly unique to like my collection. Plants make me really happy. And then finally, this next one is definitely like a wish list plant for me. So my number 1 wish list is a Monstera Albo, okay? ALBO. Those are hundreds of dollars, hundreds, but they are stunning. And I will have one someday. But one of the other ones I wanted was a Calathea Fusion White. And I found the most perfect one. You can see, I feel like, again, these leaves look fake. They look hand painted, don't they? I'm getting soil everywhere, but they're just so pretty. And on the back side there, this vibrant pink. This is a plant I've wanted for so long. And this one was in such good quality too. I'm madly in love with it. I'm so madly in love. It's so freaking pretty. So yeah, full disclosure, like plant buying is not a cheap habit after a while. Like, yes, you can always find cheap plants. You can propagate your own, which is fantastic to do. You can exchange cuttings with friends. I'm in a swap group on Facebook that's just all Baltimore area people who give cuttings to each other. And you'll say, oh, I have this that I'm looking for, and I have cuttings of this, and people just exchange it. So it's free in that sense. But it can be an expensive hobby, especially when you start getting into like the more rare plants. And I've just fallen in love with variegated plants so much. They make me so happy. And to be honest, like, I like taking care of something. You know what I mean? I like watering them each day and testing the soil to see how they're doing, testing the light to see, making sure the humidity is correct. Like, it sounds like real cheesy, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, it just makes me happy to take care of them. So I'm very, very excited to get the greenhouses and see how they look. Very excited, very nervous. It is the last day of January. Hallelujah! I feel like this month lasted 54 months. So it is January 31st. This was a really long month, right? Like, did anybody else feel that way? Because I don't know. I just felt like it just kept going and going and going. And I'm not going to lie, like, I'm really glad to see January go. Not because it was necessarily a bad month. As you saw, I got to do some really cool things this month. I got to go on a trip with my mom. I got to, just do a baking class. I got to do so many cool things. But at the same time, like, I don't do well in the winter. And this month has been particularly like rough in that way. So I don't know. I'm just looking forward. The days are getting longer. We're getting closer to spring. I'm getting closer to a vacation I'm really excited about. Just some really good things in the future. So what I wanted to do before I close out the vlog for the month, I wanted to show you guys the greenhouses that I picked up. They're not fully ready yet. There's still a few things that I need to do. I've got a few more supplies coming from Amazon because these really are just IKEA cabinets that are outfitted to become greenhouses. So let me show you. So this is the first one. It is the IKEA Millsbow Tall. So we have custom handles on it. These are the exact ones that I even wanted, and they came with that. And let me show you. Well, first I have to say I'm very proud that I've gotten it up to 72% humidity in here just because of the plants and things that are in there. So everybody looks really, really happy in here. Obviously, by keeping these doors open right now, some of the humidity is going to be gone, but some other things I have to do. I have a fan down there that came with it, but I don't really like it. So I have new fans coming that I'm going to install up here. I've got some better grow lights coming. These aren't bad, but they're not the best. But I put some of my babies in here. This is a Monstera Adensnai Swiss cheese. Like, it wasn't doing so great in the plant room. I think it just got too cold. So I want it in here for a while to see if it's doing better after a while. I think I'm going to put another grow light maybe under here as well. But even these custom acrylic shelves came with it. I also have a tray of leca and some water, and that's adding extra humidity. But I am so happy with this. Like, I even like that it locks because my cats are kind of jerks and they can figure out how to pull open cabinets. But I think it's so pretty. Let me show you the other one. So this is the other cabinet. It is, oh, hitting a cat toy. It is very similar, but this is the IKEA Millsbow wide, and it came with 2 acrylic shelves. And then this will just be for some tall boys down there. But the only thing I have right now is I put some weather stripping in, and I have the leca in there to get the humidity up. It's at 68% right now, not too bad with no plants in there. But again, I have more grow lights coming, I have fans coming, I have all the good stuff coming. So this is where I'm going to close out my first monthly vlog. Thank you guys so much for spending this month with me. I really enjoyed doing this, and honestly, I feel like this is going to be really good for me to be able to look back and see, you know, the good stuff. Of course, like, these might not all be wonderful things. There might be something that happens, and I don't want to leave that out either, you know what I mean? I want to put in the good, but I kind of want to focus also on putting in the mundane. It's not all cool stuff, you know what I mean? It could be just like, oh, we went grocery shopping today. And that is what life is made up of, you know what I mean? That's the whole point. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. If you have anything that you'd like to see next month, anything in the house you'd like to see, or anything to do with plants, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to know your thoughts. And that's it. I will see you guys in February.